If you have diabetes, do not eat these foods. To support healthy life for people with diabetes, in this video, you will learn a number of dietary restriction. That is, foods that should not be consumed by people with diabetes. These are worst foods for diabetes. Number 1. Fatty meat. Avoid consuming meat in which there is still fat or fat attached, because the degree is the same as pure milk, which has saturated fat content. This kind of content will increase cholesterol and increase inflammation throughout the body. If you have diabetes, eating fatty meat will increase your risk of heart disease. Number 2. Limiting honey consumption. It seems that artificial sweeteners and sugar are the biggest enemies of people with diabetes. But apparently not only that, because you also have to limit yourself in consuming natural processed sweeteners, such as honey, brown sugar, and maple syrup. Although these sweeteners are not very processed, they still contain quite high carbohydrates. So, you should avoid using it, or at least limit the consumption of honey to a minimum. Number 3. French fries. Although included in the category of vegetables, potatoes have high carbohydrate levels, so it must be avoided by people with diabetes. Especially if the potatoes are processed by frying with vegetable oil, then it will be able to increase your blood sugar drastically. In general, fried foods are proven to produce high amounts of toxic compounds. These toxic compounds include agent aldehydes, which can increase inflammation and increase the risk of disease. Number 4. Fruit juice. Once again, we emphasize that people with diabetes are highly recommended to consume fresh fruits. That is, do not go through a process of further processing. In addition to dried fruit, juiced fruit should also be avoided because it can ignite your blood sugar soaring dramatically. Based on research, fruit juice has ingredients such as soda and other sugar drinks, is not recommended for people with diabetes. Number 5. Alcohol. Alcohol must be very avoided for diabetics, because it will interfere with your blood sugar levels. Instead of consuming alcohol, mineral water is the best drink for people with diabetes. Number 6. Snacks. Diabetics should say goodbye to pretzels, crackers and other packaged foods. Because, even though it tastes delicious and suitable to be a snack, this snack is actually very bad impact for diabetics. The reason the flour content, which is the main ingredient of snacks, has only a little nutrition, but abundant carbohydrates. This will make a spike in your blood sugar level, so if you continue to leave it, maybe you will face complications. Number 7. High carbohydrates foods. White bread, rice, and pasta are high carbohydrate foods that are commonly used as staple foods by healthy people. But for people with diabetes, you should avoid it because they can increase blood sugar levels dramatically. Especially for people with type 1 and 2 diabetes. Number 8. Dried fruits. When fruits and vegetables are very good for diabetics, it does not mean they can consume all kinds of processed fruits. Good fresh fruit, but processed and dried fruit can actually be dangerous. Because the dried fruit actually has lost its water content, so the sugar content becomes more concentrated. Among the examples of dried fruit that you should avoid is raisins. Before it is dried, grapes have fewer carbohydrates. But when it's made into raisins, the carbohydrate content will increase 3 times. Number 9. Taste coffee drinks. Just like yogurt, coffee, if consumed original, without mixing any sweeteners, will help you prevent diabetes. But it's a different story if coffee has been mixed with artificial sugar, milk or other flavors. Because it will only make your diabetes worse. Number 10. Fruit-flavored yogurt. Original yogurt is recommended for people with diabetes, but not for yogurt that has added fruit or other flavors. This is due to flavored yogurt mixed with artificial sweeteners, low-fat milk or other substances that are actually dangerous for people with diabetes. Sugar levels in fruit-flavored yogurt can be even higher than ice cream. Therefore, enjoy the original taste of fresh and sour yogurt. You do not need to add artificial sugar because it will only make your health disturbed. Number 11. Sweet drinks. When you are declared to have diabetes, the best drink for you is mineral water, and be prepared to stay away from everything related to sugary drinks. Especially if the sweetness comes from artificial sweeteners, this is not recommended. Sweet drinks have high carbohydrate content, so that it will make your body tired of anticipating spikes in your blood sugar levels. Number 12. Sweet cereal. The next food that is taboo for people with diabetes is sweet cereal. Again, the sweetness produced from artificial sweeteners requires diabetics to avoid these foods, because they can cause a surge in your blood sugar. Besides containing dangerous sweetness, cereals are also high in carbohydrates, so it is strictly prohibited for people with diabetes. So instead of choosing cereals for breakfast, you can rely on stew foods such as fruits, vegetables, and nuts that have proven friendly for people with diabetes. Number 13. Trans fat. Basically, trans fat does not directly increase blood sugar levels. However, this type of fat will increase inflammation, insulin resistance, and abdominal fat, and reduce level of good HDL cholesterol and impaired arterial function. This is what makes people with diabetes need to avoid these foods. The types of foods that usually contain trans fat include margarine, peanut, spread, cream and frozen dinner. You have to start observing seeing food sold in a number of mini markets. Check the composition so that it does not contain trans fat, which are very dangerous for your body. In addition to the 13 worst foods for diabetics above, there are many foods that should be completely avoided by people with diabetes. Foods in question include fried foods, full-fat milk, baked beans, pastries, sauce and seasoning, frozen pizza, and processed meat. Even so, that does not mean you cannot get delicious foods. Be creative because there are many ways you can do it to be happy and enjoy life. Thanks for watching. If you find this video helpful, please kindly like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting and educative videos.